مرحبا كيفك؟
مرحبا.
أهلا وسهلا من روسيا.
من إندونيسيا أنت؟
No, no, no. I will continue in English
Okay,
now.
okay,
Yes,
yeah,
okay.
it's
Just to welcome you.
Okay.
أهلا وسهلا
Yeah.
سيدي أبو نور.
Abdi Nur, Ziad.
Abu Nur Ziad. Okay.
Yeah.
أهلا وسهلا من روسيا.
أهلا.
Thank you for your time for the interview. I will do an interview for the Dutch media or European media like Germany, the Netherlands, Belgium.
Okay.
Can you start to introduce yourself? What is your position at the moment in Somalia?
Yeah.
What positions did you held before?
Now, I was the part of reconciliation when taking place. I was the part of that one because to make a reconciliation when they are making the shadow government informed every group have to surrender his army to the government. Otherwise, they are saying anyone who is not accepting like that one is going to be obstacle to the peace solution of the country. But it was not a peace for the solution, but it was the interest of some, company of West was there because they are the one who invested all this conference and meetings and like that. That reason I say some of my group accepted it and told me we have to accept that peace solution. I accepted that peace solution. We follow up, we make the peace solution, but there's no peace. It's destruction and problem and like that. It's still completely my country, and I was, something called, first I was working with our General Mohammed Farah aide. I don't know if you heard that.
Yes, I heard. Yes.
I was working with him.
Okay.
I was some of his military officers who was working with him when the war was taking place.
Yes.
With a Western country coming, 36 country was landing. I hope I will give you one, the book which is written by my people.
Okay.
That about concerning about that how that war happened because they are making propaganda which is not insisting black how down. It's mostly they are making lies, full of lies, which they are never making. Only they are killing like 500,000 of my people, destroying our houses and destroying everything. But it was never, they are showing that they are the winner, but they are not the winner, they are loser. Because they are retreat, they are never retreat because of where they are coming first. They are saying we want the starvation people, we want to support. But the starvation was not insist, just is to occupy through the starvation.
Yeah, and this is what they still keep on doing. Is it like now you hear in the Western media all these things about Al-Shabaab?
Yes.
Are they still there? Are they still making problems?
Yeah. Look, this all, that when the people are fed up about the no peace in his country, different groups they are all created themselves. They are saying we don't want this one because we never accepted the domination because all when the other Africans are current domination and slaves were being taken. My country will never be taken by slaves. Our people never accept it.
No.
Because we are the nomadic. We have got our, arrows and our special weapons which we make it. When the invader is coming, we attack them and they are never enslave us. But all our other African who was farmers and just have got settlement.
Yes.
They are taking their slaves like Congo, like Nigeria, like Gabon, like all this. They are enslaving.
All old colonies. And in Somalia there was first the Italians, I think, who colonized, or first.
It is so. Somalia was divided through the 5 pieces.
Yes.
One part was given by French.
Yes.
Colonized.
Yes.
One part to British. One part British. 3 parts was controlled by British. One part the British give them to Ethiopia. One part they are given to the the Kenya, and one part Djibouti is taken by French, and one part was controlled by Italian. They want to make us like where they have make the Kurdi people.
Yes.
They want to make us like that one.
Yeah, or like former, maybe former Yugoslavia. They tried it also.
Yes.
In all republics.
Yes.
Yeah.
And still that idea now they are already created another small groups, which is now called regional rules, which is not insist regional rules. Just by the colonization system, balkanization.
Balkanization,
Yes.
that's what they did in ex-Yugoslavia.
Yes, they are making for us in balkanization. Now Somaliland it was part of that balkanization.
Okay.
But the people feel about that one, and people start to fight each other.
Yeah.
And they are empowering all the sides. They are
Yeah.
giving this weapons, and this weapons means to create bad atmosphere,
Yeah,
unlawful society.
Yeah,
They
and
want to
still
create-
it's known that it's the US still
Yes.
funding some groups there, like Al-Shabaab. Is it
Yes.
funded by
They are funding
US?
every groups, which is creating chaos and problem.
Yeah.
And that reason we want my people, mostly intellectual and people who have good knowledge and people who is mostly nationalist and army officers. They are opposed to this one.
Yeah. So.
And they are obstacle to all peace which West bring. And the West never knows that why the country have no peace.
Of course.
They are thinking they are creating peace, but this will not implement without people needs. And the people never need that.
Yeah. No, and is it in the West there is this idea that there are two countries like Somaliland and Somalia, but that's also a creation from Western countries?
Yes, it's a creation by Western. The Somaliland now, divided now, two parts. They are fighting is taking place few months ago.
Yes, I've heard that.
Yeah, and that reason why people there don't need that Western balkanization.
No, of course.
Yeah.
That's,
And another thing is informing you. Look, sometimes we say is how the society of West, why they accepted their taxpayers to pay their money through this to destroy the human being and existence of the world. That's we are fear about it.
I think there is some sort of recognition now in the Western countries that what happened, all these centuries, like my country, the Netherlands did in South Africa, the French did, the Italians did, and but still I heard that a lot of people from Africa are going to the West and treated not very good, a lot of them, I know that.
Yeah.
But still the West keeps on saying, oh, we have this refugee problem, and they don't, is it true, they don't do anything in Africa to make countries better? And what in your opinion should the West do, the Western government, to improve things in Africa, or just leave them? What is your opinion?
We want they have to leave us alone. Because even we don't need refugee or resources enough. We can survive, we can make our homeland, we can create our own atmospheres, even if they leave us. Even if sometimes they leave us with no peace atmosphere, we can create one group control the country and become powerful, it's good.
Yes.
Even if the other one is being destroyed and all other taking place, that's good. But when the foreigners are interfering and creation for you unlawful and bad society, look, example I told you, 42,000 army of the African, because when the America, we fight with America leave it, because they want, they say, we don't want the white American guy to die in Somalia, then they are hiring African.
Yeah.
Because Africa is poor. They are telling, they are going to some countries, they say, if you not donate army, we are going to occupy Somalia, we will destroy you.
Yeah.
Then all the Africans, mostly some of them, they are accepted. They are hiring their army and they are occupy us.
Yeah.
And the West is paying the money.
Yeah.
When the Western people are now have got economical problem, why they are paying lot of money off to destroy, example, my country?
Exactly. Yeah. This is what they keep on doing all the time. But now is it? We hear here in Russia, in the Russian media, or the Russian politics, geopolitics, that slowly but surely the Western countries are actually leaving. They have no more power, like what happened in Mali with the French. They kicked out. And this is, I think, Congo also, and Central African Republic. I think they all went away from the West and now, growing towards Russia and have good relations with them.
Yes.
And you can see that. You see that around you, also in Somalia, that this is the case.
Yes. You know, let me explain for you. The current leaders in Africa, who's in leaders, they are not, it is a Western appointed leader. Yeah. It's mostly very rare. Some of them are, maybe some of them who come, you know, first they recognize you when you are working in interest. Example, if I give you the President of Uganda, Museveni. First time, 1986, when he captured the Uganda, you know, he landed in Kampala, in the capital. You know, West welcome him and says, oh, this is a good chance. They have met him. They say he's a very good democratic guy, like that. Yeah. After, when he ruled the country a long time and he understands the situation and he keep his country economical booming and he keep his country well and his people health sector is great. They are calling him dictator and they are bringing for him bad things and they are saying you have to accept homosexual and you are against the human rights. What against the, you know, the, when you say, you know, the disgusting things you bring and you say, I poison you, disgusting things. Yeah. Then Africa is really, they are thinking Africa have no culture. No. You know, we know this is an ideology of liberalism, which they are calling. This they are geopolitics, which they want to force us. Yeah. But that cannot work in Africa and Islamic country, mostly. I don't think it will work. No. It's only they are destroying their society. Because, example, look at Australia. Instead to take the interest of, to talk interest of the people of the Australia, or to talk, they are talking in their parliament about the two men get married in the parliament.
This will not happen in any Islamic country or the whole of Africa, I suppose.
It will not happen.
No, of course not. No.
Yeah, and that one we are against it 100%. Even we are saying sometimes, you know, if we example that we have to legalize the you know, 5 square to anyone who bring that such idea. We say even we are thinking to the President Museveni. We say he's an African saver. We are making mostly some African countries support him for that one. And even the President of Rwanda. They are first when the country is, you know, is getting, you know, war between the two tribes.
Yeah, the Hutsis.
Yes, Hutu and Tutsi. Yeah. You know what happened? The French was there.
Yes.
And the French was, you know, big players of the two groups killing each other.
Yes. Yeah.
They killed 500,000 each other. Maybe 800,000, I think. When this happened, again, you know, they want to misuse him. He never accepted it. Then he says, you know, I know what is good for my stomach. You cannot select me the food which is good for my stomach.
No, of course not.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Still they are trying their way of like that one. Okay. But you know, we expect the Western people, not the governments, to understand the world cannot work like that one. They have to at least they are, you know, sometimes we say technologically they are developed, but mentally they are not developed. No. Because how you accept your countries become, you know, rigged some society.
Yes.
Doing bad things to the other people.
Yeah, it's like here they speak a lot in Russia about the multipolar world. Yeah. So I think this is happening also in Africa now. Yeah. I think that's, you know, we get this. Yeah.
And so look. They are saying now they are putting Russia, they are saying we are putting embargo. The whole world, the Russia was the feeder of the world for the food. When the Russia stopped the food, you know what happened? World became totally hunger. Yeah. And the Africa start to bake the, you know, the bread and all this one.
Yes, yes.
We start to bake. And that reason, means instead to put the Russian embargo, they are putting for us embargo. The embargo is it victimizing us. What they are calling embargo, they are putting for us, not. Yeah. And our countries, some of the African or Afghan the countries, thinking that is really because they are saying the corporation of they are saving the corporation of West, but they are destroying their society. Yeah. Another thing is, we are not requesting refugee. It is a poison. They are poisoning us. Yeah. Like lesbian and gays, how they are poisoned. Yeah. They are poisoning us to become refugee. We don't need refugee. No. Or Africa is a parcel of the world.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We don't need really to be, you know, beggar and to. That's invitation. It's coming from the West.
Yeah, 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 sure.
And that reason, the Western taxpayers have to understand this one. They are not supposed to pay tax through that, you know, wrong direction of the.
Yeah. So to conclude, what do you want to say to the European audience, not to the leaders, because they are still trying to divide and
you know, European audience, they are representing the society, the people. They have to come the victimizing of the Africa, how they have been, and not even some Asians have been like that. Not only Africa, it's only Asians have been. How the West is because of the awakening through the technology before us.
Yeah.
And then now it is not time to destroy the world. It's not. That's not fair. They have to understand. They have to really, you know, recognize the human being is not safe like that one. Yeah.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah. Human being have got. You know, the life is cost something. That reason they have to not, you know, destroy the human life like that one.
Stop all the wars.
Yes. And to creation war and to creation poverty.
Yeah,
we are suffering for it. We already understand, you know, how they are destroying our farms, how they are destroying our resources. Already, example, look, South Sudan. They are fighting with their country. They are divided into two parts.
Yeah, the south and
south and north.
North. Yeah.
Now, what happened to the south? They already, the guy who was leading the country, he says, I want to sell my resource to the China.
Yeah.
Then they start to create for him another group.
Yeah.
Another,
this
you
is
know.
what the West is doing.
Now the South Sudan is totally today is destructive.
Yeah, yeah.
People killing each other, poverty taking place more than before.
Yeah, so actually what you're saying is to
Yes.
the West, please look at it, and Western leaders should stop
Yes.
all these wars and conquering of resources, what they did in the past, and like they do now, trying to do with Russia, the war on Russia is what they say.
Yes.
So.
And you know that in Africa, the Russians only they are dealing sometimes with the leaders. They have to come down and learn the people. They have to send some representatives to learn the people, because the BRICS is now you know that it's a group now is awakening. We understand they can save the world from the danger of the Western creation. And that reason, if the Russia exactly look for the humanity side and look for Africa to save from this evil mentality of the West, Africa are fed up about this one. We need to be saved, and anyone who rescue, our hands up to rescue us from this problem.
Yes, that's a great message. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
شكرا أكثر.
شكرا جزيلا. شكرا جزيلا. الله معك.